Welcome to our first Mystery Undo, a new monthly series where reality fractures and one thing never existed. Each episode drops you into a fully imagined world missing a person, an invention, an event, or even a twist of fate. But unlike our other videos, I won't tell you what's gone. Not yet. Your job is to pay close attention, watch the clues, follow the ripple effects, and remember, what's been undone was never part of history to begin with. The truth will be revealed at the end. Think you can guess what never existed? This is episode 1. Let's begin. The day begins much like ours. Alarms go off, lights flicker on, the city stretches awake, people prepare for work, for school, for the small rituals of life. And yet, everything feels a little slower, a little louder. Tiny delays, quiet frustrations, habits we've long accepted as normal. On the way to work or school, the city moves in rhythm, trains arriving, buses departing, offices coming alive. Yet if you look closely, the rhythm feels uneven. Moments of pause scatter through the morning routine, built into the flow of daily life. And sounds echo where silence should be. Here, no one questions it. This is simply how the world works. Leisure time feels familiar but never seamless. Equipment takes longer to manage. Activities are cut a little shorter than they could be. Athletes improvise around inconveniences that no one here considers strange. Innovation emerges, but with a hint of compromise in certain cases. New ideas come with workarounds, clever but imperfect solutions built into the culture itself. People celebrate ingenuity even when it never quite feels seamless. In emergencies, the differences matter more. Seconds are lost due to slower responses, bulkier systems, and imperfect seals, and yet, not all the ripples are negative. For many, life is easier. Design is more inclusive and easier to manage. Accessibility is part of everyday life rather than a special adaptation. But small cracks remain, tiny imperfections that let the outside world slip in, where safety is never quite airtight. Across society, the absence leaves its fingerprints everywhere. Travel feels heavier and slower. Fashion embraces the inconvenience, turning it into art. Repair shops thrive, industries rise, and entire economies grow from workarounds. Culture adapts too. What our world might see as a nuisance, this world treats as ordinary. Silence is different here. Noise is different here. At scale, the absence reshapes how we travel, how we dress, even how we define progress. It's not about streamlining, it's about adapting. Evening settles in, families prepare for rest, travelers wind down, homes grow quieter. The day closes much as it began, with small routines that carry an unspoken effort. A little more time, a little more friction, nothing unusual here. To those who live in this world, it feels complete, but to us, it feels like something is missing. For over a century, life has evolved along this path, its absence quietly shaping the course of history. Clothing styles change, but they are never streamlined for efficiency. Luggage grows sturdier, not lighter. Sports demanded endurance not just from athletes, but from their equipment. In the frozen heights of Mount Everest and the bitter cold of Antarctica, explorers battle wind and frost in heavier suits and bulkier tents. Expeditions press on, but every journey demands more time, more endurance, and it puts more lives at risk. Beneath the ocean, diving advances more cautiously. Dives are shorter, and the deep remains more dangerous and less charted. In this world, their knowledge of the sea grows, but at a slower pace. In times of war, soldiers carry the weight of absence too. Paratroopers descend in cumbersome jumpsuits, pilots wrestle with flight gear that is harder to manage, and survival kits are bulkier and slower to use. Entire campaigns in harsh climates demand greater sacrifice. Medicine follows a similar pattern. Nurses and doctors face outbreaks with cumbersome protective suits. Every delay means higher risk and fewer patients are reached in time. In labs and hospitals, safety is never as airtight, and outbreaks are harder to contain. And then there's space, the ultimate test. Spacesuits are heavier, stiffer, and difficult to manage. Airlocks are larger, and missions are more complex. Humanity still reaches orbit. They still reach the moon, but later than we did in our world, and at a greater cost. Each step into the void carries more risk, more waiting, more loss. Industries formed around substitutes, entire economies grew to serve a need created by absence, and culture adapted in step. People learned patience. A little more time here, a little more effort there, until the extra step simply became invisible. This is normal. This is progress. This is their world. You've watched the delays, you've heard the noises, you've seen the workarounds. You've seen what's here and felt what's missing. And all along, you've been waiting for something else. Because in this world, one of the simplest, most overlooked inventions in modern history never existed. That quick pull, that perfect line, that unmistakable sound. The zipper. Without it, life adapts, slower, louder, bulkier, but endlessly creative. So, did you notice? Did you solve the mystery before the reveal? Join us next time when we undo another piece of history. Until then, subscribe to keep exploring the unmade universe and keep wondering what's holding your world together.